This is Mani. In this video, you will see how to use AMCON ZTP mechanism for deploying group of bare metal switches. AMCON network controller automates ZTP zero-touch provisioning of group of switches. Let us see AMCON benefits. Communication between AMCON server and remote location switches are all encrypted. This kind of secured provisioning is not offered by other vendors. Full configuration is pushed to the switch during ZTP in one shot. You don't need an IT expertise in the branches. You ship the boxes to the branch. They simply power it up and wire it to the network. AMCON takes care of provisioning the switch automatically. You get huge time savings. Out of the 1.5 days AMCON takes, most of the time is spent on unboxing, racking, and stacking the switches. Everything happens in a very short amount of time. So there is a huge saving in time and efforts. This is how ZTP mechanism works. Say you want to provision group of bare metal switches in remote branch. You get the serial number of all of those switches. You add those serial numbers in AMCON database. So that is the first part you will be doing. Then when someone connects the switch in the remote location, when it is powered up and when you connect the network cable, first thing it does is it registers its serial number and IP address with AMCON server. AMCON server then, based on the serial number, it pushes specific PICOS image to the switch. It installs the license and it pushes the full configuration to the switch. Serial number is tied to these three elements. How serial number is tied, we will see it in a later slide. Here we will see how you set up DHCP server and AMCON server for ZTP group of switches. So first thing you need to do is set up DHCP server. You need to configure it with option 60. So what that means, switch during the DHCP request will send the platform name. So based on the platform name, you provide a URL to download the image script from AMCON server, which is basically a URL. So you configure that on the DHCP server. Then the next step you do is, for the specific hardware model, you upload PICOS image in AMCON server. Then there are configuration is split into two parts. The first part is global configuration, which is common. This is the configuration that's common between all switches. It is a text file. You upload that into AMCON. The second part, you upload a template. Templates are used for two purposes. First purpose is to generate switch specific configuration. Say host name would vary between switch to switch. Template will generate that. The second part is to generate interface specific configuration. It does it in an automated way. PICA8 provides this template and you can easily customize it. So you upload this template. The last element is the one that ties configuration and image with serial number. So JSON file, you list all the serial number of switches you want to ZTP, and they are tied to a specific hardware platform that is in the JSON file. Then you provide the name of the global configuration file that you already loaded. You also provide the name of the template you already loaded. And you provide switch specific values for each serial number. For example, for switch 1 will be, host name will be branch 1, switch 1. Switch 2 host name will be branch 2, switch 2. So those type of host switch specific parameters will go in the JSON file. Essentially, JSON file is the one that ties the serial number with three things AMCON downloads, namely license, image and the full configuration. Okay, let us first stage the switch. So here is the example of JSON file where you provide all the serial numbers. So let us say I want to stage 2 switches. I have put the serial numbers, and here is the global configuration file that I uploaded into AMCON. Here is the template I uploaded into AMCON. Basically, each switch has 3 switch specific configuration. One is the host name, other one is management IP, other one is the data VLAN, layer 3 IP address. So I provide values for switch 1 here, switch 2 here, everything common here. So this is the file that I'm going to download into AMCON. So before this process, I already uploaded the image for this platform. I uploaded the configuration file. I uploaded the template file. So this is the final process. So I go to AMCON in here. You click switch configuration. You click upload JSON. You choose a file. And that file name is this one. I upload. So once I click upload, you will see it is staged. So this means now bare metal switch is ready for deployment from the remote office. Let us make sure it is staged in AMCON. So I go to the switch list, and if you look at here, 2 switches. First is this serial number, second one is this serial number. Here is the model. It has to be same model because I'm doing in group. They are staged, right? Now let us power up the switch. So here is the switch. I am powering it on. So the switch is powered on, and you would see the bare metal switch power is coming up. Now you see it automatically goes into install OS mode when the switch is powered on. It is now trying to get the DHCP address. So here we got the DHCP address. Now it got the URL to download the image. It is already downloading the image, Pico's image. And after it downloads, it boots that image in the bare metal switch. Hi. You can see here the switch has been already deployed, so the agent will quit. So let us go and look at AMCON on the status of the switch deployment. So you go back to the switch list, and this is the bare metal switch that we turned it on. And right here it is. You can see it is successful. It gives the model number, version, and everything. So let us kind of drill into that switch. So I'm just clicking on the serial number to look like a high-level view of the switch. So it is showing us the ports that are active. It gives high-level resource information, CPU usage, disk and RAM usage, also the power supply, fan, those critical information. Also at the time when I clicked it, it gives a packet count, statistics on on the traffic on the specific port, which are active. So these 2 ports are active. This doesn't replace network monitoring, but gives you a high-level view. Switch is fully deployed without any touching. In summary, use AMCON to provision remote switches securely, easily, in a consistent manner, in a small amount of time, without the need for IT resource in the remote branch. You do not have to worry about a lot of mundane tasks that comes with switch provisioning. All of that AMCON takes care for you.